Hiya, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, welcome too. My name is Hinny. I am a spiritual astrologer. You can check out my details below if you'd like a reading with me or to just inquire about my rates and services. So this video continues my little ascendant or rising sign series even, and we move on to Libra Rising or Libra Ascendant. So Libra Rising, you are the divine instrument. Musically, creatively, beautifully, you are a solid, sensible spirit that can easily have it all. And you are like a shining, curvaceous silver cup that can be quite simple enough, quite firm, quite fair, and all manner of people can't help but try to have you in their presence. But you're also a sounding board of sorts, divinely reflecting the impoliteness and disrespect of others, often without you even trying. Often you are simply there in a situation which gives itself away, a situation where you were more of an object for somebody who needed something to be shown to them. You, Libra Rising, are fair with almost anyone, and that can open you up to abuse. However, a great gift of yours in a classic Libra style is being able to see the other side of things and to see the saving grace in just about anyone. Another of your artful skills is conversation, and you can have conversation almost with anyone. And also that can have you knowing almost anyone's business. And so you will often struggle keeping some things secret and sacred versus sort of spilling it all out to someone. And with Scorpio in the second house for you, Libra Rising, you can put intense amounts of effort into people and things. So you need to watch out for self-destructive, futile projects that you get caught up in. A very intriguing thing about your spirit is that the things that you gift and create for others carry this kind of omenic power. And if these things are mistreated by another person, it can spell divine judgment for that other person, for the culprit. Keep in mind also that your element is air, and so always, things like having the windows open, having clear exits around you, that kind of thing is essential to your being, and an area where you can kind of engage with lots of different people, or at least somewhere that has a lot of different spaces to offer will be right for you. But also it has to be somewhere quite safe, reliable overall. It has to be somewhere probably quite beautiful, peaceful as well for you to really thrive spiritually, Libra Rising. Venus is your best friend, by the way, and more than any other rising sign, you benefit from tracking Venus. Also like Taurus rising, which we'll get to later, but tracking Venus and understanding how Venus affects the rhythms of your spiritual experience. So pay attention to which sign Venus is currently transiting. As I record this right now, Venus is in Capricorn, just coming off a conjunction with Pluto in Capricorn. And remember also that Venus represents rituals. So beware, please, of who and what you are including in your daily life, or who you are getting into a ritualistic dynamic with, and who and what you are kind of sanctifying in this pure, beautiful way. Venus also deals with things like pleasure, beauty, and the beat, the flow, the vibe of things. And it's a benefic planet. So it's always good, I think, to take a breather now and then to assess what things are truly valuable to you and what things are just sugar coated. Venus-led Libra rising can be an excellent communicator as well, and an intelligent spirit who delves with ease into anything cultural and refined, and your spirit can also be highly diplomatic and a great resource for those who need a competent but also warm convener or mediator. And as a spirit of beauty, it's likely that you are flirtatious, even if unconsciously there's something flirtatious about you, usually. And this will attract people with ugly intentions. So remember here that Saturn, yes, the planet Saturn, which is the planet of cutting things off and also of coldness, that's actually the planet which is exalted in the sign of Libra. Yes. And in this, we can see that there is often fairness in being friendly but firm with anyone or anything that seeks to tarnish you based solely on how they seek to know your surface. So don't be afraid to employ some of that firmness. Libra season, yes, of course, for all of us, but for you, Libra rising, don't be afraid to be firm. And also, knowing when and how to politely excuse yourself will save you lots of trouble down the line. As a Libra rising or a Libra ascendant, you have an Aries descendant, or your second rising sign is Aries. So you may attract partners who are very independent and entrepreneurial. They are great leaders somehow, brave somehow. They can also be very childlike and are more self-oriented. It's likely for you as well that it's always been relatively easy for you to kick something off, to carry through some spark of an idea, although it will go even further for you when you listen carefully to what others have to say and by not falling into arrogance. People, they might mistake you, Libra rising, for being polite and unaware and just nice and sweet, not knowing the details of what's really going on. But in fact, Libra rising, that's probably one of the most easily psychic spirits when tapped into the currents and the currency of everything around them. So the way that you relate to the world is usually fun and inquisitive as well. And with Sagittarius in the third house, there's this peculiar side of you that bursts out with the wrong comment or question or a curse at the wrong time. And it can cause some people to see kind of the more real, raw sides of you, and they enjoy that. And others might take this as a sign of your superficiality. Now, also listening and paying close attention to details, especially in your dreams and when you're high, this can give you so many clues about what's actually going on, Libra rising. Remember that you can learn so much more about a person when you listen to them. You're the divine instrument, so listening is so key to you. When you just listen and let them do most of the talking. Libra rising can also detect, the essence of someone's spirit just by paying attention to how they're breathing, to the tone of their voice, to the words that they choose to use. And another thing, just before we end, is that with Pisces in the sixth house for you, it's vital to watch out for any addictions that are dressed up as sort of perfect answers or perfect final pieces to your life puzzle, because it can look beautiful and glittery, but it can really mess things up for you. And this could be anything from exercise, over exercising, to smoking, and thinking that that's glamorous or cool in some sense, because Libra heavy people can tend to fall for the glamorous things as well, to fall for the glittery things as well. Finally, Libra rising, when you keep that canny objectivity by your side, and when you feel out people's sensibilities and people's rudeness, you will always be clearly guided by spirit as to the decisions and the directions to be taken. So that's all from me today for you, Libra Rising. I hope you enjoyed. Leave a comment if you are a Libra Rising, please. I'd love to hear from you and to talk about your experience. See you and take care. Lots of love. Bye-bye.